All right, so time for part two of our final round coverage here of the Masterful tournament. We have made our way to hole number seven here at the Champions Course at Augusta. Only 5 groups being played here today, as the other two golfers that were possibly in contention are going to be used as emerging contenders the rest of the way. Well, we do that roll, we do that check around hole 15, actually hole 14 of the second pairing. So, just a moment, I'm trying to put down the remaining pars here on my score sheet. I forgot to do that, so I'm just trying to do that before I get started so I don't have to worry about that at a later time. Oops. Since I know these holes by heart, pretty much, at least the real manifestations of them, not necessarily what's on the cards. This is the first time I've played this um, History Maker golf simulation using the Champions Course, which is exciting for me. Hopefully, it's exciting for you guys. We'll see who comes away a major champion today. We're going to try to get this all wrapped up by noon. All right. So, and let me just put the totals. It'll be 288. It's going to be our par total. We're trying to target around -9, but I think I don't know. Unless someone gets really hot here, it doesn't look like we're going to hit that. Especially now that I've made a couple of holes with firm greens, that should increase the difficulty by a bit. So, okay, Dustin Emmerich has made his way to the seventh. Another tough hole. The green is going to be difficult to get near to the pin. We add difficulty to each putt. And here is Emmerich. He is at -1, 5 strokes back. So the hole will have control. With a 14, he'll be in the woods off the tee. And he's not a workman, so he will have an easy make that moderate putt for par. And he'll make the putt for par. Mateo Soto, we're doing him with the out of contention rolls here on a daunting hole. That's a par. Okay, so we're going to go back to 6. I'll tell you, 4 through 6 are just a bear on this course. So we've got most of the golfers in the midst of this hell grouping. And so here is a case where this would be a par, except for the fact that when we have sixes on 2 of the 3, at least 2 of the 3 other dice other than the white 6, we make a differentiation. We say that they're going to make a clutch putt for par rather than a gimme putt for par. So he needs a 1 to 3 to make it, and he gets a 2, so that will earn him a blue chip, which is he would get for the automatic par anyway. But oh, that reminds me. You know what? I think I gave Justin Wallace a blue chip before, and he wasn't supposed to get one, but it didn't really impact his round favorably anyway. So um, I have to remember. Um, how could I do that? Let me see. I'm gonna. just a second as I. I'm going to do this. There. Now I remember. So the other thing that would tend to make him do is he might want to go for shots more rather than just taking his par for a blue chip. Okay, so Martin Van Dyke now. He'll have control. It's going to be 1-2-2. Is he a hacker? No. No, he is not a hacker, so it's going to be a tap-in putt for par. So, um, let me see something. I assume the tap-in just means he makes it automatically. Hmm. Doesn't we're for the tap in we're just gonna say a gimme, which is gonna be roll the 3 and he makes it, so we'll just call it that for Van Dyke. Alright, back to 5. Myung Cho tried to take control of a hole and it didn't really benefit him at all. Anyway, so instead he's just gonna sit tight here on his, I believe he's got 3 blue chips at the moment. And hopefully he can wait for better days. 35. So this could be a Golf Cam course with a 4 and a par 4. Cordial and daunting. Yes, he'll have a clutch putt for par. He will use one of his blue chips to make himself gold. And he'll make it. Didn't need to use it. He would have made it regardless. But it also means he doesn't cost himself a blue chip by missing if he would have missed it. So Carson Rodell, par 5. He will, the course will have control 24 in the woods with his second shot. Misses the green. And a 2 is he is not a master, so he's going to end up with an easy putt for par. So there's that. All right, we'll go back to 4. Yun Lee Song, -4. Gareth Leonard, who has the tee, is at -5, 1 behind the leader. Tough par 3. It's just starting this tough stretch. Course will control, and it's going to be on the green, but he does have the decide or die that is yes, which is going to make it a challenging green with a 4. Is it friendly green? No. Challenging green? Yes. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey for him. He's semi-gold. He could earn a blue chip by making this, and he does. So he'll get another blue chip, but he makes a bogey, which will cost him a stroke and drop him to -4. And Yun Lee Song, okay, there's a 6. Now with the par 3, you could actually tell if attacking the hole will help you. This would be a double difficult putt for birdie for Yun Lee Song if he were to attack the green based on the 5 die. So he is going to take and add to his blue chip collection there and accept a par and either save them for another part in this tough stretch or maybe be able to, if he can get the rolls to go his way, he would have them saved up for some easier holes. We'll see if that happens. So Justin Wallace, remember, he can't get any blue chips at all. And so there at the third, this is a birdie hole. He is alone, one behind Mackay Berry, his playing partner. And course will control 15, so it's going to be a golf cam course. Probably going to be, let's see, is it daunting hole? No. Scatter golfer? No. He's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. So here's an opportunity for Wallace to take a share of the lead. No blue chips. He has a 1-3. He can't earn a blue chip here either. It's a 4, so he misses it. I assume he can... Let me see. So he will earn a red chip. I'm going to assume that you can still earn red chips. So he misses his birdie putt. He'll just have to find a way to use that later. This is an easy par. And he gets a break. That is a leaner. That sucker was moving over to the 6. We're not going to count it because it's leaning. Lucky for him, he's going to get a par. It did fall over once I touched it, but that's basically, I would call that a foul. So he gets a big break there. So Mackay Berry, it'll be course control 33. That'll be golf cam course and a 1. Cordial or laser, no. So he's going to need a clutch putt for par, and he is gold, so this helps him out. 1-5, and he makes it. He will get a par. He will get a blue chip, and he'll maintain his one-shot lead. Okay. I may just keep going here in part 2 and try to play it out. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Nobody's making a big move. This course is tough to make big moves on. Although, I'll tell you, it happens. You do have... Then this is a hole where it can happen. The 8th is cordial and semi-friendly green. Only 1 course control rating. So an opportunity to score here. 116 as Emmerich gets control himself. He'll at least have a moderate putt for birdie, I believe. 116. Is he a duffer? No. It's not firm. We didn't firm this one up. So he's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. That's a 1 or a 2 to be able to get himself back to 2 under par, 4 shots back. He gets a 6. So that means an easy putt for par, which he will make. And a chance missed there for him. And that'll be a par for his playing partner, Soto. All right, so Aberley and Van Dyke. We're actually going to have Van Dyke lead off here. I keep forgetting to do this, but... All right, so control given to Van Dyke will have control of this hole. That may help him. 1-2-2. He's not a duffer. He's not a hacker. He's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. 1-2, so he's got a chance, and he makes it. So Van Dyke with a 3. That'll move him to -3. That's a good birdie to get here on hole number 7. Oh, wait a second. I messed that up. He doesn't birdie it. That's my bad, because there is an exclamation mark. So that's not a moderate putt for birdie. It's a difficult putt for birdie. So he misses that. Now a moderate putt for par. He'll make that one, but my bad. He's going to stay at -2. Aberley. Trying to make the calls right here, and to do that, you have to take an extra second and think about it. So it's going to be golf cam course. It's course control in a 5, par 4. It is daunting. It's going to be a double difficult putt for par. Aberley's going to try to make it. 1 under. Really needs to make this to be able to claim another blue chip. He needs a 1. Get a blue chip if he makes it. If he doesn't, yeah, he wouldn't have. He didn't even come close. So that'll make a difficult bogey putt, rather. He will use his blue chip to make it moderate. And he probably didn't need to use the blue chip at that point, but he did. All right, so back to 6. Aberley at -1 on the fringe of contention. And so you've got Myung Cho with, is that 2 or 3? 2. He used 2, one of them last time. He is 2 behind. And the course controls it with a 35. And that will be golf cam course with a 1. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? No. He's going to need a clutch putt for par. He's going to burn another blue chip to make it 1-5. And he makes it. Just trying to hold his position there. It eats a blue chip, but at this point, he's kind of hoping that Barry and Wallace start to flounder a bit. All right, so 46 in the bunker for Rodell on this par 3. He's not sandy, so it's going to be a difficult putt for par. He needs to make this 1-3, and he makes it. Back to number 5. And we've got Leonard and Lee Song. Lee Song, with a par, has the honor. And he's going to go the route of his countryman, and he's going to take control of this hole on his own. And we'll see how that works out for him. Trying to squeeze himself into being 1 behind the lead. 1-4-6. This is a par 4. Is he legend or dynamic? He is legend because he's semi-legend with the dot. So he will get. He can't earn a blue chip because he used one, but he will get the gallery cheers. We go to 1. Is he a champion? He is. So he has a gimme putt for birdie here. That will suit his fancy. As long as he doesn't get the 6s and he gets to a 5-6, but he does make it. Augusta definitely put some fear into these guys, but he will use that blue chip to get a birdie out of this hole, and he will move to within a shot of the lead. It's a bit aggressive here, but it pays off. So Leonard has 2 blue chips, and he is going to hold on to those. He doesn't have any to really throw around, so he'd rather use those to improve a chance later on. And so he is going to, the course will have control 14 in the rough in 2. And 5. Is he a master? He is. So right on the money, he's going to have an easy putt for par. He will be glad to take that and make it. Hi, Mark Russell. So we're here at the second part of the final round. And it's going to be Justin Wallace, who earned a red chip here, going to number 4. daunting and semi-challenging hole. Wallace cannot earn blue chips in this round, so all he can earn is red chips, really, and he has one. But let's see what he does here. Hole control 34. It's going to be golf game course. On a daunting hole, that's a tough one. We'll see how that works out for him. Par 3 with a 3. Is it a cordial hole? No. Is it a daunting hole? Yes. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey. Well, he's going to use his red chip. He can't earn blue chips anyway. He's going to... Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. He's going to make himself rust for this putt so that he can't earn another red chip. He could make it here with a 1, but then he'll still have an easy bogey, easy double putt. So, actually, you know something? He's going to chance earning a second red chip just to have that 1 to 3 chance. He doesn't want to make more than a bogey here. There, he got it. If he would have spent the red chip, he would have been okay. But that's going to be a 4 here. And it's going to drop him to -4. Yunli Song now the only guy one back. And here's Mackay Berry. Not good with his irons. He's going to take his chances with the hole here. And the course is going to have control 35. It's going to be golf cam course with a 3. Basically the same roll. And it's going to be problematic. He's going to have a bogey putt as well. Clutch putt for bogey. He is gold. He could earn another blue chip as long as he doesn't get a 6, and he does. But that's going to be a bogey. So now 2 blue chips for him. But he has dropped into a tie at -5 with Yunli Song, and that gives Aberle a little bit of hope because now he's back to 5 within the lead, so that helps him continue his round another stroke, unless one of those 2 guys in the lead gets a birdie on the next time around. Then he's right back into the pressure of needing to draw closer to stay off the out of contention. I'm going to... Oh. I need to get Soto's marker out of the way there. See, where is he at? So he started the day at -2. I got him even +1. He's really +1. We'll keep tabs on Soto. We may bring him back in. Well, I've been trying not to do that. All right, so tough hole here, number 9. The green slopes from back to front. Usually that front part of the green is heavily sloped. And in front of the green, it would roll. I mean, the second shot, you're rising up probably 70 or 80 feet up the hill. And it can be really quick down if you are... we're going to do Soto first here. Semi-daunting hole, and he'll make a birdie. No, need to roll the decide or die to tell. And he does birdie it. And that actually brings him to even par on his round. Wait. No. +2 on his round, 38. So Dustin Emmerich hanging around at -1. He's 4 back. The leaders have come back to him nicely here, in a way. And it'll be course control 15 in the woods off the tee, down the left side. And we go to 3. He's not a workman, so he will have an easy putt for par. He should make short work of this. And he does. So that's... 37 on the front 9 is not what he had hoped for. So, okay, we go to number 8. Chance for birdie here, maybe. Maybe for Van Dyke. Van Dyke -2. Aberle is at even. So Van Dyke, he'll have control 3, 5, 6. Not scattered, not puny. Is he a hero? He is. Okay, so he's going to get a blue chip here. And as the gallery cheers, it's a normal gallery cheers. And now we check number 5. Is he a hacker? He is not. So he's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. He could use that blue chip right now to make it an easy putt for birdie. He's going to take his chances and hold on to it for a later time. He's going to try to make this 1-2 birdie putt. And he makes it. So that was a fortunate roll there, not trying to use that blue chip, trying to hold on to it and use what chances he had there at a birdie, and he gets it. So up to -3. He is 2 back of the lead. Rance Aberley now. And he'll have control on this hole 1-5-6. Is he a legend? He is. So he is going to get a blue chip for a par 5 gallery cheers. So this could work out well for him. He might have a chance at an eagle. Let's see, a 1. So he gets a chance. He can decide to go for it. Being this far back, he is definitely going to go for it. Going to re-roll the white die to determine the result. It's a 5, so it's going to be a difficult putt for birdie. So that means it's going to be, he needs a 1. He's going to hold on to that blue chip and try to make this, he needs a 1, and he gets it. Wow, we've had 2 very, very clutch putts here on hole number 8. And the white die has come their way in that sense. So both those guys earn strokes back and are still within 4 of the lead. Okay, back to number 7. So we're back into this. We're kind of working back through this stretch of nasty holes. It's going to be Myung Cho the first to go here. Course will control 25. He's in the sand with his second. That's going to be tough because it has the exclamation mark. It's going to make every shot after that tougher. He's not chunky, so he's going to have an easy, it would be a gimme normally. This is an easy putt for par. And he makes it. So he'll remain at -4, 1 behind Carson Riddell. Carson, the Canadian, will take a gift par here and move on to 8. So he goes +1 in that stretch of tough holes. Myung Cho goes even par, which, you know, you still have the leaders having to come through this stretch. Now, Yun Lee Song birdied 6, and this tough par 3, number 6. Now, you have a course control number of 3, so you could get a guy, you got a 50-50 chance of actually having control of this yourself. So let's see if either of these guys can get control. And Lee Song does 2-3-5. So maybe a shot here to gain a stroke. We'll see. 2-3-5. Is he a champion? He is. Tee shot true, bounces on green, clangs off the flagstick, an easy putt for birdie. He's got 2 blue chips, or 3 blue chips. He's going to use 1 to make it gimme. So he gets to roll 2, and he has to hope for no 6s, or no 2 6s. He gets it. That is in. And Yun Lee Song is taking sole control of the lead here. Started the day 3 back, and now is alone in front. Back-to-back birdies for Lee Song, and it's now his playing partner Gareth Leonard with a 4, which means course control 14. He is in the bunker next to the green. See if he can get up and down. Is he chunky? No. So he'll have a moderate putt for par, 1-5, and he is true with that putt. So getting mighty interesting here at Augusta. Justin Wallace with the red chip. I'm going to play number 5 here. And he is going to set a black 6 and get rid of that red die. So the black 6 is going to be played. He's got a fair chance of that working out for him when it comes to, you've got 1, 2, 3. You have a 50-50 chance down the right side of the course coming into play. But he's going to end up with 16. He'd be in the sand, and he is. So Wallace in the sand on this par 4, and that's exactly the chart I was on before with the 16. And then we go to number 2. Is he sandy? No, he is not. He's going to have an easy second putt for par. He'll take that, and he'll make it. So let's say that was a fruitful use of a red chip, not ending up with a bogey. So here is Mackay Berry. Course control 25. It's going to be in the rough off the tee. Not a good iron player, so hopefully this doesn't come back to haunt him. 2, is he a master? No, he is not, so he's going to have a moderate second putt for par. That's a 1 to 5. He's going to take his chances, and he makes it. So we're through 5 holes, and Yun Lee Song is your leader. Mackay Berry 1 back, Myung Cho, Gareth Leonard, Justin Wallace 2 back, Riddell, Van Dyke 3 back, and 5 back are Emmerich and Rance Aberle. And we have made the turn with the our first group. Emmerich's making the turn here. He's on the 10th, which has been made a little tougher. Fans of Augusta will know this hole. Soto goes first on this daunting hole, and it's going to be a par for him. But we've got Emmerich going. Dustin Emmerich, and we firmed up the green here at 10. We'll see if that plays a part. It'll be 35. That'll be golf cam course on a daunting hole. Could be tough. Needs to hope for the right roll when it comes to the green die. It's a 4. It's going to be a clutch putt for par because it is daunting. And he is semi-gold. He will hope that he makes this, and he does. He'll get a blue chip. And he will get a par. So where that firm is going to make most... Let me see. What about 14? I want to see something with 14. Well, that's got a little more chance. See, the thing about making a green firm on some of these holes is it really comes most into play when the golfer has control of the hole. So there are a couple of settings, a couple of checks on the golfer control chart that talk about firm. So Van Dyke will be first to go here. He is now 3 back because of the birdie by Lee Song. He has a blue chip. Tough hole here, and it's going to be 22, which is going to be Woods. Woods shot, and it's off the tee, and a 5. Is he a master? Well, he's semi-master, but the decider die has been a bit cruel today so far, so it's going to be a difficult second putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3 to make, and he misses. So that is going to be a moderate bogey putt, and he makes that. But he finishes off his front 9 with a bogey. It's going to be an even par 36. And now Aberle, who is at even par at the moment, will also be course control 15. It'll also be in the woods. And we check if he's a master, and he is not. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par, and Aberle is going to have to lag and take his easy bogey, which he almost misses. But two bogeys on this hole. A 37 for Aberley. He drops to even par, 6 back, and he's back to being on the edge of relevancy. A birdie by Lee Song on the next hole would be his goodbye from our checks. All right, so Myung Cho with one blue chip here at the par 5 8th, looking for a birdie, and it's going to be hole control 15. It's going to be in the woods. That's kind of a bad break here for him. And we check 3. Is he a workman? He is not. So, beautiful blast from beneath the trees to center fairway on the green and 3. An easy putt for birdie. Well, he is going to make it a gimme putt for birdie by using his blue chip. He wants to have his best chance, and he makes it. So, might have been able to, probably would have made it either way, but sometimes you don't want to have to chance it. So he's one back of the lead, with those leaders still going through the tough middle section of the front 9 here. So Rodell, 136. His control. Is he duffer or scatter? No, he is not. And he's not utility. And he is a hero because of the decide or die, so he'll have an easy putt for birdie. And Rodell being -3, he is going to take his chances. He wants to hold on to that blue chip for, you know what, he's going to use it. That'll make it a gimme birdie as well, which he makes. So you really want to try and get birdies if you're using blue chips. And so he moves to -4. So we've got a bit of a grouping here within 3 shots of the lead. And your leader, Yun Lee Song, is coming to the 7th. Coming off back-to-back birdies. We haven't had a right now chart check here recently. Wonder if we'll get one here. So Lee Song, and he'll have control, 2-4-6. Is he a duffer? No. Is he a champion? He is. He's going to have an easy putt for birdie. And with 2 chips, he's going to use one to make it gimme. And he's going to have 3 birdies in a row, barring a bad roll. And he gets it. And he's going to take a 2-shot lead over the field. And Rance Aberley has... he is going to be all out of contention. So Lee Song with a nice stretch here. Here's Gareth Leonard. He'd love to have the same good fortune. But he's going to have a 5 and a 45, which is going to be in the woods with his second shot. That's going to be a tough one. Let's see if he can get his par here. A 5. Is he a master? He is. So he's going to have an easy putt for par. Should be no problem. And it isn't. Puts it in. So we're going to go back to 6. And right in the middle of this stretch of hell is Barry and Wallace. Of course, both guys, actually those aren't birdies, those are bogeys. And it'll be Justin Wallace, who's now free of the red chips. Hi, Beatles. Oh, it is very polar here. So, 13, he's in the sand with his second. Oh, Justin Wallace, that's a bad... On a par 3, you do not want to be in the sand with your second shot. That means you fluffed one, or you sculled it and you ended back up in a bunker. So 4, is he sandy? He is not, so he's going to end up with a moderate putt for bogey. That's a 1-5. He doesn't have any... He can't get blue chips in this round. But he really needs to stop the bleeding. And he bogeys, or he doesn't bogey, he misses the bogey putt. And now he ends up with an easy double bogey, and that is disaster. A 5 here on the par 3. And he is melting down here today. He had a problem with his caddy before the round, and he is +3 on his round. Started the day at -5, and he is now at -2, 5 back, and is just reeling. So Mackay Berry, he'd love to get a 1 or a 2 or a 6. He gets a 1, he'll have control. 3, 4, 6. Not a good iron player, but maybe he can luck his way into a birdie here. 3, 4, 6. Decent shot, but unfortunate bouts. He's gonna have a short game check. He's neither soft nor stone, so let's see. Number 3, he's not soft, so he's gonna have an easy putt for par. So barring the 6-6 disaster, he'll stay 2 back, and he does. So now we have 2 guys who are out of contention. We have Soto and Aberley. And we are going to start seeing the stretch of golf known as Amen Corner with Dustin Emmerich. We'll see how he navigates it. Basically when you see this, that little exclamation mark, what it really means is you hardly ever have an easy birdie putt on that hole. And 11 is that. It is a well, you know what? Soto is going to go first here on this daunting hole. You can already tell it's tough because it's daunting, but guess what? He's going to have a chance at a birdie if he can get the decider die to go, and it does. So this guy is doing better with the out of contention rolls than he is with the regular checks, so which often is the case. Dustin Emmerich, this might be helpful. You got to watch out for 11 and 23. The first real sniff of water on this course, and the water comes into play for the next 3 holes, and the 15th and the 16th as well. So you just got to be careful here. And it is a 34, so he will have a course check, which is daunting. But maybe with a 2 on a par 4, he will be lucky. Cordial hole, no. Daunting hole, no. It's going to be a clutch putt for bogey. He is semi-gold. He would earn another blue chip if he makes it, but guess what? He's going to be out of contention unless Lee Song bogeys. Well, he makes it. He'll get another blue chip, but he's going to drop to even par. And yet again, I'll tell you what, some people found him to be consistent. I've found him to be consistently like this, but I mean, I've seen a guy roll a 60 with Emmerich, and I'm sure that there are rounds you can do it, but I hate the idea that someone might, like, you could get the impression, if you weren't to play him out, that if you were just to play him every round, because he's got a 1A ranking, oh, he's just always going to shoot like 61, 62, 60, 63. And I haven't seen that. Maybe I'm just playing the toughest courses. I have some other theories, but I'll just leave it at that. Al Red Sox fan is in the house. So, who is going to be next to go? It'll be Martin Van Dyke here at the 10th. Firm green here today. He'll take a par. He'll take a blue chip. And he will remain at -3. And Rance Aberley is going to roll on this daunting hole and get a par as well. Okay. So back to the 9th. Semi-daunting. And it'll be Myung Cho without any blue chips now. Until that roll. Now he's got another one. So he'll take his par. And he ends up with a 35 on the front, one under. He's two back of the lead. Carson Rodell is three back of the lead. And he would love to see a six as well. And he gets a 5 instead. He'll be 55 in the rough. So what is this? Par 4, T rough, 5 master. No, it's going to be a difficult putt for par. Will this hole claim another victim? 1 to 3. And he would have missed it. Whether it was moderate or difficult, now it's going to be a moderate bogey putt for Rodell. And he makes it, but he loses a shot. Gives back the birdie he just earned. And that eagle at number 2 is a long ways away. So let's see, 1 even, -1. So 36. Even par through 9. So now Lee Song and Leonard. Lee Song on a 3 birdie barrage. Maybe looking to keep that going here at a hole that should be a good chance for that. And it's going to be golfer controlled 266. Let's see. He's got a nice card, 266. King or Shaper? He is a king, so he will get another blue chip, and we will go to the par 5 gallery cheers, which gives him the opportunity maybe to go for eagle with a 6. Is he a hacker? He is not. He's going to get strong applause, which will give him a chance at a birdie, most likely. He's got 2 blue chips to use. A 1. Okay. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie on that. And he's going to go ahead and use his... Let's see. He's going to only use 1 to make it easy. So he's going to go with a measured approach here. He needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. So there you go. 4 birdies in a row for Lee Song. And so Dustin Emmerich is not going to be on the chart here. And we've got to actually move things down here a bit. So give me a moment while I do that. Yun Lee Song is tearing up Augusta, at least on the front. 4 under par so far through 8 holes. And I've got to get my -8 card out of here. There you go. He has 3 shots clear of the field. Now, we got some tough holes coming up. We've seen this at Augusta. You know, we've seen guys get hot. And, you know, I remember Ray Floyd back in the day. I think it was against Mark O'Meara, maybe. I think he was acting all cocky, and he ended up losing that tournament, if I recall. It might have been, maybe it wasn't O'Meara, but that seems to be the guy that I remember being the one who benefited from his. Maybe it was Faldo. Was it Faldo? Now I'm thinking it was Faldo. I'm thinking it was the Englishman. But anyway, here is Leonard looking to keep it going. Now he's 4 back. Now he doesn't want to go crazy here. He's got control, but he would take a par. It's not double cordial, so he can't get the free birdie. He's going to go for it here, I think. He's going to try and see if he can maybe get a birdie putt. So he has to re-roll the white die. He's turning down a blue chip. And it's a 1. That's going to be a moderate putt for birdie. He's going to use both of his blue chips. He needs to gain ground and, like, quick. So that's going to take moderate to gimme. And so he makes it. and he will get to -5, and he is still hanging around. But I mean, these three guys here have just seen Yun Lee Song, the Korean, basically lap them. And Justin Wallace now is one guy who is just hanging on the edge of nothing right now. Mackay Berry first to go here at 7. Another hole you just got to try and avoid a big number. Not easy. Whoa. And I think, well, you know what? These guys, I don't know why these blue chips are still here. They're all off of the chart, so I can get rid of those. That's a 6. Barry is going to take a blue chip. He will be fine with a par on this tough hole. So he will remain 3 back. Justin Wallace has taken a nosedive here. He can't get any blue chips today. And hole control 46. Well, it's going to be a golf cam course. Maybe he can get lucky. Par 4 with a 6. It's a daunting hole. It's going to be a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3, he would earn a red chip if he misses. He misses, and he's going to be off the chart. He has just ballooned. Easy bogey. He gets it. But he's 4 over par, and Augusta has gotten the better of him. So glad to see some guys playing some stuff here today, doing some gaming. Eastern Seaboard is just so frigid today. I actually have to do a little bit of shoveling after lunch. I'm trying to wait for the sun to come out and make it, maybe warm it up past that 10-degree mark. Beatles is waiting for pitchers and catchers to get going. All right, so we're at the 12th, but you can see here, right here, this guy is ugly. Water, water, water. You got 4 course control now. This guy here turns to a sand if the decider dies blank, but fortunately for these two guys, they get to roll off of the semi-daunting out-of-contender chart, so... And just like that, Soto gets another birdie. He's got 3 birdies out of 4 off of this stupid chart. I mean, now Emmerich, well, he's still parring, so he still can't get any love. But what does that make Soto? Soto started the at -2, immediately went to even, then 1 over, even, -1, -2. I mean, he would be sitting right here at 6. So, I mean, he's still a ways off. But, you know, you start talking about Yun Lee Song. If he were to crash and end up, let's say, at -4, I mean, you just off of this chart over here, which is, you got to take that with a grain of salt. But it's, you know, he would be within a couple shots of the lead. So, all right. Well, Van Dyke will be next to play here at the 11th, the start of Amen Corner. He needs to desperately avoid 11 and 23, and he'll take a blue chip and get a par here. He will be grateful for a par on that white 6. Let's just start rolling these together. For Aberley, daunting hole, it'll be a par. So now Cho and Rodell. Cho has been pretty decent today. I mean, he's 1 under par through the front 9. He started out with 5 blue chips, and obviously he didn't use them to the greatest effect. He's only ended up with net -1 out of using, using a net 4 blue chips. So that's like a quarter a chip per stroke gained. Well, Cho will be first to play here at the 10th. Firm green, 26. That's going to be in the sand with his second shot. He's going to have to try and get up and down from there. And 4 checks whether he's chunky. He's not, so he's going to have a moderate putt for par. 1 to 5, and he squeaks it in the side. Carson Riddell -4. He's 4 back of the lead. So this is where the firm green could come into play. Golfer has control 2, 5, 6. We'll see if that's the selection here at the par 4 or if he avoids that. 2, 5, 6. Is he a legend? No. Nope, the shot bounces near the green but not on, so we could think that kind of rolled off the back. It wasn't a firm choice, but it is short game check 6. Is he stone? He is not. So he's still going to have a difficult putt for par. 1 to 3. Makes it. Back to 9, and your second group from the lead group is making the turn here. Preparing to make the turn. And it'll be Lee Song, your leader, who is 3 shots clear on a 4 birdie barrage. And the course will control 24. It's going to be in the sand with a second. So unless he holes it out here, his birdie streak is going to come to an end. 3, par 4, bunker with the second shot, correct? 24. And a 3. Is he chunky? No. Well, he'll have a gimme par putt. So we roll 3, and he makes it. So closes out with a 32 on the front. Such a great start to his round. Gareth Leonard now at double bogey at 6. He's got, well, no, he didn't have, that's somebody else, sorry, but he is 1 under par, so not too bad. He's 3 back, though, as his partner is just taken off, and he's going to have control 2, 2, 3. Maybe he can find a way to a birdie here. Let's see. 2, 2, 3. Legend, no. Hero, no. So it's going to be on his mood. And he does not have any mood currently. 2, is he sunny? No. He's going to have a difficult birdie putt. That'd be a 1. Needs a 1 to make it. He's going to try. And it's a 5, so he misses, and he's going to be stormy the rest of his round. Well, until another mood chance. So that was difficult. Now a moderate putt for par. He'll make that. And so he has a 35 on the front. Let's make sure. He started let me see. Yeah, so he started even with Yun Lee Song, and he is 3 shots higher on the front than his playing partner. All right, so Mackay Berry, back to the 8th. This is a guy that's got a chance. Anybody's got a chance here with the back 9 looming, but he has 3 chips, 3 blue chips that could come and help him along here. And you're at 8, where this is a birdie hole. 3, 4, 5. And he is a good driver of the ball. So struck thin, short, not much roll. That's too bad. So he just gets an automatic gallery groans on the par 5. He's going to lose one of his chips because he gets a red chip on that. So that's not great. Go to 5. Is he workman? No. So he'll get polite applause. Maybe a chance at a birdie here if he's going to get a good roll off of the white die. It's a 1, so that's helpful. Moderate putt for birdie. He's going to use what? Let's see. Yeah, he can use 2 blues. He got 1 taken away. That takes it to a gimme birdie. He wants to try and keep pace. He's going to use them. And he makes it, so he will go to -6, 2 behind. So a birdie here on the 8th. Sometimes you just kind of have to play in the moment. And so Wallace now, cordial hole, birdies it. So best he's done in a while. All right, so everybody except that final group has gotten to the back nine. Emmerich and Soto. What are we at? We're at an hour. Let's keep going. I want to try and get this cranked out. So Soto on a birdie binge of his own, but that will be a par on the double cordial hole. Emmerich, he will birdie it. Okay, so back to this delicate par 3 12th. We're finally going to have somebody play it. Semi-daunting, really thin green, not much depth to it. You've got water looming in front. Martin Van Dyke is going to try to avoid that water by using a blue chip to take control of the hole himself. And he's going to have triple fives, an unusual result. So let me double check. That is correct. Okay, we go to the special result chart at the back of the book on a par 3. So we roll 2 dice and see what comes out of this. 34. Textbook tee shot dies inches from the pin. Gimme putt for birdie, sunny the rest of the round. All right, so gimme birdie putt, he makes it. Martin Van Dyke with a nice birdie on, and he's going to be sunny. On number 12, he pumps his fist. That is one that you love to make here at this hole. And semi-daunting Aberley makes a par. So almost a hole-in-one for Martin Van Dyke. And he is still, I mean, all these guys are basically hanging around as Lee, they have to hope Lee Song finds some tough sledding on Amen corner, which does happen. All right, so Myung Cho here at the 11th. Tough hole, got to watch the water behind the green. And a 14 is going to be in the woods down the left. Pulls his tee shot. So is he a master, semi-master, and has a dot? So he is. He's going to have an easy putt for par. Actually, it'll be moderate because of the exclamation mark, and he misses it. Myung Cho lips it out. So it's now going to be an easy bogey, which he makes, but could have used the blue chip there, but you don't like spending blue chips for marginal par improvements. That's the way I play it. All right, so Carson Rodell, -4. Now there with his playing partner. See what he can muster on this hole. 34, so he avoids the water. He'll be a golf cam course. It's a daunting hole, so really tough to get a par on this. So it is daunting. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par. And because he doesn't have any blue chips, he's going to lag for an easy bogey, which he makes. And he'll drop to -3. So, you just have to manage your score sometimes. I mean, you could try to do that, but he could end up with a big score there if he doesn't manage things the right way. So back to 10, and it's going to be Song and Leonard, or Lee Song and Leonard. Yun Lee Song first. Course control 35. Oh, a golf cam course and a 4. Not cordial. It is daunting, so he'll need a clutch putt for par. 1-3. He's going to try and he's got strokes to burn here. He's going to try and make this. Needs a 1-3, and he makes it. I pump my fist because I think that's kind of neat that he's, that's not a putt you're going to try and make all the time. If you're you might try to give yourself the 1 out of 5 and go to gold if you don't have a 2-stroke lead. But there you do, and the odds end up working out okay. You got a 50% chance and he makes it. So Gareth Leonard, 566. So again, this could be where the firm comes into play. Golfer controls it with a 1. Legend? No. Champion? No. Right now chart, and right now Leonard is semi-hot with no decider die. So unless he gets where you look to see if he's cold. 6 par 4. Is he hot? No. He's gonna have a difficult putt for par. So if it had been an odd number, would have checked to see if it's cold. You'd get a birdie chance instead. Difficult putt for par. 1 to 3. Needs this to stay 3 back. He doesn't get the same luck as his playing partner. So moderate putt for bogey. He'll make that. And he drops a shot to -4. The ranks are getting thin here. All right, so back to 9. Final group of the day, getting finished here with the front 9. And it'll be Mackay Berry starting. He doesn't have any blue chips left. See if he can navigate this hole. 34, Golf Cam course with a 4. It's going to be a daunting hole. He needs a clutch putt for par. He is gold. He could earn a blue chip here. Or actually, it's semi-daunting. And I don't know whether that was showing. I think it wasn't because I think I lifted these up clean. But I don't know for sure. Did anybody catch whether the... you probably wouldn't have seen it. Because it turns to an easy putt for par if the dot wasn't showing. Instead of a clutch putt. I'm going to say it was showing. We'll give him a... well, I don't know. Wish there was a way to go back and look. But I was a little quick. You know what we do? In this case, we re-roll the decider die. So this is how we'll do it. It's showing, so we'll go with the clutch. Needs a 1 to 5. He makes it. He'll get a blue chip. And he'll get a par. So that is +2. So 37. Started the day at 7 under. He's at 6 under. Justin Wallace. This is a semi-daunting hole. And he will end up with a par. So he is +1, +2, +3. 39 by my count. Let me just double check. +1, +2, +3, +4, +3. Yep. All right. So we are through the front 9, and I'm feeling led to just keep on going here. We're to 14. We're going to wait one more hole to do the contending golfer. So, or the emerging contender. So it's going to be Dustin Emmerich to start here on this normal hole. Par. Number 14, Mateo Soto. He's going to par this as well. Martin Van Dyke to the 13th. Here is a chance for some real big shifts. You could get eagle, you could get double bogey. That creek could come into play. But see, so here's where the creek comes into play. It's not really a lot. But if you notice, if you look here, do you see any water right there? No, you don't. You don't see it. But you see there, you see 13 and 26, you see a couple little asterisks there. If you go above, the decider die is blank, the ball finds the creek. And once you do that, so the 13, or no, the 25 is off of the tee, and the one at 13 is with your second shot. So, I mean, it'd be great to show you a picture of it, but if I was going to show you a picture of it, I could use this. Um, that's trees. You got a creek. Goes about like this. So this is basically how this hole looks. It's and actually there's a little bit of, so you've got your fairway here, you got your tee box here, and it's a little out of proportion, but you have plenty of room out here to play. Your second shot's got to go over this creek. You really have a chance to make a birdie here if you make a good second shot. You have where this creek, this is Ray's Creek here. If you make a bad shot, you can't. There's bunkers around the green. You could hit these overhanging branches. This is kind of jail here. Yeah, so this is what Van Dyke has to deal with. It's a really good chance at a birdie if you can do it right. Only a 2-course control rating, and he will have control 136. If you look it up on the line, I'm hoping that you will see that at least it is a fair to middling representation of that hole. 136. Is he duffer or scatter? No. Utility? No. Hero? Yes. He will have an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use a blue chip to give himself a gimme. And he will be to -5. Only 3 back makes it. Back-to-back birdies for Van Dyke. And he is at -5. So we will roll for Aberley on this double cordial hole. He'll make a par. Okay. Well, you know what? While we're at it here, the only thing I don't 100% know with 12. So I think there's bunker on the right too. So here is your tee. You got a little fairway. You've got this creek. This guy right here, this slopes very severely down in front. Like this. So usually your traditional pin placement for Sunday is right over in here. I put it a little closer to the middle, but it's going to be right here. So, you know, if you're going to attack this pin, if you pull too much backspin on it, you're going to end up in the creek. They shave the front of this green really tight. If you're going to bail, there's some junk back here. This is just trees and pine straw and stuff. You got a bunker here. You got a bunker here. I believe you also have a bunker to the right. So this is pretty well guarded. If you notice right here, this is the tee to 13. This is why it's called Amen Corner. So basically this is right here is where 12 shows up on the course, and 11 ends up being like right over here. Maybe I'll show you 11 too in a second, but it's great because the gallery can see 3 holes basically in the same general vicinity. All right. So 12, we are to Myung Cho, and it will be him to go first. See if he can avoid trouble here. Guess what? He's going to take a par. He gets a 6. Actually, what he can do, he can try to attack this green if he decides. He knows he's got a 1, and the 1 gives him a moderate birdie putt. So you have to, yeah, exactly, Al. You've got to be exact on the right side of the green if you're going for it. Here, he did. He's going to give himself a moderate birdie putt if he attacks the green, and he will. He's going to pass up a blue chip. And in fact, what he'll do is he'll use a blue chip to give himself an easy putt for birdie, give himself the best chance. 1 to 4, and he gets a 5. He misses it. It's been that kind of day for him. No luck. Give me par putt. Should have rolled a third one, but he's going to stay at -4. But that's a chance wasted. Needed to try and go for it, and he attacked, but could have had 2 blue chips for the par. Instead, he used his blue chip and came out with nothing. Okay, course control. This is potentially a problem. 45. 45. Decide or die blank. Sends the shot to the sand. So I think this is where the bunker I'm telling you about on the right is, okay? Or maybe it's in the back. You can see 45. There's an asterisk there. Decide or die blank. Wind sends shot to the sand. That's another thing that I have yet to mention about this course is the winds swirl, and it really makes things difficult for golfers. It changes from 1 minute to another. There's a lot of legends about when you see the wind on the 11 green below the flag, you should step away from your ball, blah, 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 or this or that, because it will drastically affect your shot. So in the bunker off the tee with a 1 on there. So this should be a chance at a pin shot, yes. So let's see. We go for the pin here. And he's got a chance to hole it out. Can he do it? He needs the decide or die. He makes it. In the hole, that is Carson Rodell with a brilliant birdie. I just show you here. That 1 was there on the green die. And, well, that's going to bring him to -4. He still has a sniff at this tournament. If he could get hot like Yunli Song did early, you just never know. Okay, back to 11. Here is your leader. This is where it gets interesting. All right, let's do this. This one isn't quite so interesting until you get to the green. So I can't remember if it's a dog leg left or right. It's I want to say it's a slight to the right. So you've got your tee shot up here. You've got basically woods all down here and all up here. These are woods. It's a narrow shot. This is your bail area, and this over here is where Larry Mize chipped in for his birdie to beat Greg Norman. They usually put, if you see where I put the hole right here, this is right about where so you got water here. This is where they usually try to put that pin on Sunday. We're kind of right near the water. They're going to make you want to try and you play a draw So anybody who's not a golfer, little lesson in golf, you can make your ball turn from right to left or left to right based on some variables. A lot of people, what I use is I change my grip on the club a little bit, which will cause me to either turn the club a little more or turn it a little less, which will make the ball either what's called a fade, which goes from left to right, or a draw, which goes from right to left. Now, there's extremes. An extreme fade is called a slice, which would make you come way over here. Extreme draw is called a hook, make you come over this way. All right, so what a guy would probably try to do is he'd probably want to try to play his tee shot here and then play a draw over to this side of the green, and you got a putt. You know, and it's a long putt, but you got to putt. A lot of guys will bail up here. This, as most places do when you've got a pond, this is going to be sort of the basin of the area. So this comes down. If you get a bounce off of this part of the green, it can make it tend to roll towards the water, and you're in trouble. Over here, this is kind of a swale, so if you bounce it over here, sometimes it'll kick down into this area. You got a bunker. I believe you got bunkers all around the back of this green. Back here is the tributary to Rays Creek. So that's not really in play unless you really biff it. So that's, and again, if I show you this, that hole is kind of like right over here. So if you want to think of it this way, over here is the tee for 12, like over here, and the green is up here, and then 13 is over here. So they have a standing area right here where you got all of the patrons who are right in this area can see the action here. They can cheer for the action on 12, and they can see the shot going towards 13 green, you know, from up the tee shot over to the fairway and then up to the green. So a classic, what do you want to call it? Gallery area in all of sports, I would say. I mean, coming up here is the Super Bowl, and Super Bowl weekend they have the Waste Management Open at Scottsdale. They usually set up this on hole 16, a huge, the gallery surrounds the whole par 3 on number 16 there. That's another classic, becoming a classic gallery place, but this is right here. Amen Corner is what it's called. And Yun Lee Song is going to try to navigate this 3-hole stretch, see if he can either extend or hold on to his lead. But trouble is lurking. Here we go. And he gets a white 6, which he will gladly take. He's not going to chance anything. He's going to take his par. And that is a good start to Amen Corner. Gareth Leonard now has no blue chips. And so he can't really be too confident going in here. Course control 23, and he loses it to the left, and it is in the drink. 23, Gareth Leonard, the Scot, gets one of the worst breaks you'll ever get. It clunks off the green. It slowly rolls down, and there it goes. Into the pond, fronting the green, and that probably is the end of his chances here. Let's see if he can get up and down. We have an exclamation mark here, which is going to make it even more difficult. So, but par 4, second shot in the drink. 2. Let's see. And this is one that could help him, but it's not going to. So this is water hazard, second shot in the water. Is he sunny? Gareth Leonard is actually stormy, so nope. He's going to have a moderate putt for double bogey. He has no blue chips. He needs a 1 to 5. He could triple here if he misses this. If he gets a 6, it's a triple. It's a 3. He does double. That is a 6, and that is a devastating 6. That's going to take him to -2, and just like that, his tournament is all but over. All right. Amen Corner claims another victim. All right. Mackay Berry at the tee at 10. We firmed up this green here, or the tournament committee did, let's say, and Barry on the tee, course control 36, in the woods with his second shot, off to the left. Actually, we'll say that's off to the right, I think. The 6 is usually right. And a 4, is he a workman? He is not. He'll end up with a moderate putt for par. Needs to avoid a 6. And he does. So a par here on 10. Justin Wallace is off the chart. So he bogeys, right? Daunting hole, that's a bogey. And his misery continues. Okay. So I've eaten up a little bit of time here describing some holes to you. Maybe I might describe 15 and 16 at some point as well. The guys who are playing it right now aren't really doing much with it. But what we need to do first now is we need to do the D's that is in the teens on ascending order. Let's use green and white so we can see them. Then you would get an emerging contender. That would be McAdams or Gil Granbury. But let's see. It's 16. It's going to be a draw golfer in the B plus group emerges as a contender 2 strokes back. Okay, so we're going to put one of these guys here. And I got to figure out which one. So I put them in the baggie here because the chances were we weren't going to get them. But so in order, Granbury had the higher score after the first round. So we are going to put him as the odd person. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to roll the decider die. I'm going to shake it up really good here. You can see it right there. Shake it up. If it's yes, it'll be Granbury. If it's no, it'll be McAdams. It is yes, it'll be Gil Granbury. So we're going to play him right here. McAdams, too bad. So sad. Put him back in. And I do have a little card for Granbury. So he's going to play the 16th here. So we have... maybe I will describe the 16th right here. But first, I need to get out Granbury's doohickey. Gilbert. The Gilbert of Granbury. He's going to be right there with Mackay Berry. He is, much like Yun Lee's song, he has stormed up the chart here today. And we pick him up at 16. So here is 16. Still got some room on this piece of scrap paper. I mean, Bobby Jones, I'm pretty sure he had to sculpt out some of this stuff. This does not, to me, look like a natural lake. But okay. So this is a par 3. Oh, we have to move forward here from 15 to 16. It's a par 3, 170 yards. So this is the way it looks. Sunday pin position traditionally is here. Actually, down here it kind of rolls to the front. And this probably comes off the back some as well. So someone who dares and who is, and maybe isn't thinking straight, is going to try to go after this. This is probably a little out of proportion here too, because this bunker is like that. So this is bunker, this is water. So that's water, that's a bunker, that's a bunker, that's a bunker. If you don't keep your wits about you, your caddy isn't paying much attention, and you try to aim at this pin, you're having to cross over the bunker. If you make a mistake over here, you could plop it in the water. The gallery sits all over here. This pond doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look really natural being over here. I think he probably just installed it. The play is to bounce it in here, and usually this is so severe it will carry it down, and you'll end up with a putt down in this range, which is an uphill putt for birdie. But the more you challenge this pin, the more you bring these guys into play. So this is what Granbury is going to face. Daunting, challenging, and direct. So what the direct means is a pretty good chance at a birdie here if you can get on that roll. Let's see, semi-directed is semi-challenging. Golfer will control 114. That is good for Granbury. Is he cold? We're going to say no because we don't know what his history is. We're assuming he's at the very least neutral, so he's going to have a tap-in putt for par. So that's a 3. So he will remain at -6. Okay. So back to 15. We're going to breeze through this because these guys aren't really playing in our mechanism here. So this is a cordial hole, and it would be who first? Emmerich. And that's a par on the par 5. And now Matteo Soto, the Italian, known by his friends as the Italian Stallion. But not sure why, but he seems to always have the ladies hanging off of him at the clubhouse after the round. But you know, some guys get it and some guys don't. All right. So here we go at 14. We firmed up this green as well. This is, I would say this is kind of a rather plain hole in an awesome back 9. But we firm this up. This will be Martin Van Dyke, back-to-back birdies. Has a blue chip, and he will have control 466, par 4. Is he a shaper? Semi-shaper, no. Is he hot? Well, he's on back-to-back birdies. That means yes. Iron shot hits the flag. Easy putt for birdie. He will use his blue chip to make it a gimme. And it's in the hole. Back-to-back-to-back birdies for Van Dyke, and he has moved to within 2 shots. Making a move on the back 9 here. His playing partner, Aberley, he's going to birdie it. But basically, Aberley is off the radar. All right, back to 13, this par 5. It's an eagle hole. It's a birdie hole. It's a double bogey hole. You got it all. And it'll be Myung Cho. Actually, no, it'll be Carson Rodell who got that miracle birdie on the 12th. Holes out a bunker shot. Double cordial hole with a 6. He will take his birdie and run with a 6, and that brings him to 3 back. He will exit Amen Corner at -1. He did bogey the 11th, as did Myung Cho. Here is Cho. 166. Golfer control here on the par 5. Is he a yeoman? No. Is he a hero? Yes. Okay, it's going to be a gallery cheers. He will get a blue chip from there, and let's see, a 1. He is a semi-champion, not a champion this time, so he'll have an easy putt for birdie. Myung Cho to get back to -5. Easy putt, needs a 1 to 4, and he gets it. So he birdies and moves to -5, and well, we're going to go to our leader, Lee Song, at the menacing 12th. He's got 3 chips. He's going to use one to avoid the water, take control of the hole himself, and we'll see if he can conquer it. 113. Is he a hacker? No, he's not. So it's going to be a tap in for par. We'll just play that as a gimme. Makes it. He will gratefully take that. Gareth Leonard, 6 back. Doesn't have any blue chips. His amen corner, well, he's going to get a blue chip here unless he, well, he could attack the green, and a 2 would be a difficult putt for birdie. Well, he's going to take his par and hope he can maybe gather a chance for eagle on 13. So after that double on 11, that's leaving him licking his wounds a bit. All right, so Mackay Berry hanging back there, 2 behind, entering amen corner. He has a chip to burn here. And it's going to be 34. That's going to be golf cam course, daunting hole with a 5. It's probably going to be, let's see, daunting with a 5. It's going to be a double difficult putt for par. And, well, he's going to try to make it. He needs a 1. Can he do it? Nope. So he will use his blue chip to make it a moderate putt for bogey. He needs to miss out on the 6, and he does, but that is too bad. He drops to 3 behind the leader. Justin Wallace is off the leaderboard, and on a daunting hole, that's a bogey. All right, this lead pairing is struggling. All right, so we end up at 17. 17 and 18, I'm probably not going to draw them out. I don't find them as engaging as the ones with water. There's no water on the final 2 holes. Gil Granbury, he'd love to put together back-to-back birdies here to close out his round. We'll see if he can muster a way to that. That's going to be course-controlled 23. He's in the rough with his second. He needs to hole it out if he wants to get a birdie here. And a 4, green 4. Is he a workman? No, he's going to have a moderate putt for par. 1 to 5 makes it. Okay, so he stays at -6. Now we go back to the par 3 16th. Daunting hole. These 2 guys are out of contention. That'll be a par for Emmerich. For Soto, it'll be a bogey. All right. So Martin Van Dyke to the 15th. All right, this will be the last one I want to draw for you. Maybe I'll draw 18 as we get down to the end if it really is coming into play. Okay, so par 5, it's moderate to long. You got trees over here. There's sort of this little landing area that comes out over here. This rolls down the hill to the left. If you want to try and aim down the right, some trees, and then another fairway over here. This might be the 14th. In fact, I can't remember, but kind of rolls down a bit. There's some trees here. If you pop down in here off the tee, it could be troublesome. But if you can get it long enough, it'll kind of come down here, and you got a second shot. This green is very accessible. Well, I wouldn't say very. It is accessible. Semi-direct hole, which means there's a 50-50 chance that it could be an eagle hole when direct is needed. You got water in front. This, and actually I would say this kind of is shaped more like that, so you can see it really hugs the green up around here. If you attack this pin with your second shot, you come up short, you're in danger. You go long. You have to go pretty long to get back here to the water. I'm not even sure there's that much water back here. I don't think there is. I think this is mostly landing. I was just saying that this is water almost to the like 16T is over here for this par 3 that I'm telling you about right here. So like your 15 green is like right here on 16. So this is a birdie hole, potential eagle if things can be done right. Martin Van Dyke is within 2 of the lead. And it goes into my dish here. It's a 5. I tell you, it's gonna be course controlled. That may not be so good. 14 in the woods off the tee, pulls it to the left. So that's not what you want to do here. Van Dyke, so a 2 out of the woods on the first shot. Is he workman? No. Ball explodes from the trees, great distance on the green in 3. He's going to get an easy putt for birdie. So here's his chance, 1 to 4, 66% chance at a birdie, and it is in the hole. Draws to within 1 shot of the lead. He is on a 4-bagger, and -7. Martin Van Dyke started the day at what? -2. 5 under par so far. A really great round from him. He was, yeah, let's make sure. He was at even, that can't be right. Where did I go wrong here? So minus, now I got to make sense. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Oh, leaderboard operator is a little off. He's actually at -6. I think I forgot to drop him on a bogey somewhere. But still, right there. And Aberley has to go now on this cordial hole. My bad. That's going to be a birdie for him. Back-to-back birdies for Aberley. How about that? That's right. What are we at? We're heading into the latter parts of the second hour of this round, or of this closing of the final round. We're going to go to 14 again. Not the most interesting hole in the world, and it will be Rodell on back-to-back birdies. This firm green, and it will be course control 56. He is going to be in the woods just like Van Dyke was. We'll see if he can come out of the woods as easily. It was a 5, so we go to the 5. Is he a master? No. It's going to be, because of the exclamation mark, a double difficult putt for par. Rodell, well, he's going to take his medicine here. He's going to take his easy bogey putt by lagging, and he will drop to -4. So his back-to-back birdies a thing of his memory. And now Myung Cho, and he's going to take a par here. He's 3 back. He will take on the 6. He will take the par. He'll take the blue chip and see what he can do on 15. So back to 13. Our leader, Lee Song. with 2 chips, looking for birdie, looking for a title. 2, 5, 6. His control with a 2. So is he legend? Semi-legend, but no dot. So he is not this time. Is it a direct green? It is. Okay, Carom's near the green. We go to the special short game chart, which is right here. We use the green die result of 2. Is he soft? No. It's going to be an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use, you know what? He's just going to play 1 to 4. Makes it. And he goes to -9. So Gareth Leonard is going to go bye-bye from our television screens here. And I'll tell you what, Young Lee Song, we hadn't seen a whole lot of him thus far on tour. Like, I guess he just hasn't gotten the roles when it comes to the the making the cut and all that stuff. Well, the dude is rocking it out today. That's another birdie for him. Let's see, that makes him 5 under par on his round, and he's still got 2 chips to mess around with. Wait, who did I pull off of there? Gareth Leonard? Hold on, I gotta do this right. He started the day at 4 under, 5 under, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, he's still at 2 under. We're going to roll him out here, see if he can match the birdie. It's going to be course control 45. He's in the woods in his second shot. So he yanks it hard to the left, and so he's going to be around the green, but he's going to need to get up and down. A master? Yes, he is. So he's going to have a wow shot. He gets a blue chip. But actually, this is, I guess he's in the trees with his second down the right probably. So let's see. We get to re-roll the white die. Let's see. It's a 5, so it'll be a moderate putt for birdie. And in order to stay in play here, he is going to use, you can use a blue chip on the same hole you earn it. Actually, we don't need to worry about Justin Wallace anymore. So, but that takes him from moderate to gimme. Oh, wow, double 1s. You don't see that very often. All right, so guess what? He is going to stay. He's 6 back, so we will keep rolling him out. I had written him off, but no need. All right, back to 12. The leader's making the turn, making the walk across from 11 to 12. And it's Mackay Berry. He does not have any bogeyed the last hole. Boy, he's really fallen down. Doesn't have any blue chips to influence anything. So a 46, that'll be course, golf cam course. But the decider die is showing, so that could be problematic. On a par 3 with a 1, is it cordial? No. Is he laser? No. Clutch putt for par. He's gold. He could earn another blue chip here. As long as it's not 6, it's 5. Lucky he's gold. He will make a par. And now Justin Wallace, semi-daunting. That's going to be a bogey. His round just keeps getting worse and worse. Okay, so we've reached 18 with the emerging contender, Gil Granbury. This hole is a very narrow driving hole. You got trees all down the right, at least up until you get to your second shot. You know, where you've hit your second shot. Then it does open up to the right some, but that's where the gallery usually sits. Got a bunker in front. You got to carry. The Sunday pin is front center to the left, well, front, we'll say front center portion of the green to the left side. So it's going to be behind the bunker. You have a hill behind the hole that if you spin it off of it, you should be able to get a good putt at it. If you hit it long or hit it short, it may not get there, and it's going to be, which is the reason why it's semi-challenging. Sometimes it can be really easy, or sometimes it can be easier. Sometimes it can be a real pain. So here is Granbury. All right, he's got to go for the green here. He doesn't have anything to lose at this point. He is -6. He's playing great. Par 4. We're going to attack the green with him and see how that works out. So here we go. This is the attack the green chart. So let's see what happens. It's a 5. It's going to be a moderate putt for par, so that didn't work out for him so much. Needs a 1 to 5, and he makes a 6, so that's going to be an easy bogey, and he's going to drop to -5, so that's where he will finish. So could have taken the par and stayed at -6, but he will drop a shot, and that will most likely end his... well, I'm not going to worry about totaling it up, but he's -5. Well, that's in 283. Okay, so back to 17, and 17 we are just going to roll nominally because Emmerich and Soto are out of contention. Emmerich first. It's a semi-daunting hole, and that is going to be a bogey. And Mateo Soto. Whoa. I did this yesterday. Oh, no. What did I do? That was one of those where it did not land. Oh, brother. I didn't hear it hit concrete. Which means it could be anywhere in my junk. Oh, goodness. Oh my. Well, you know what you have to do? You have to lick your wounds and keep going and repurpose. And that's what I'm going to do. I've got, let's see. It's a good thing I bought second season. Now, you know what I need to make sure I don't do? Lose this one. But we will get through this. We will get this done, and then I will locate that other die, and things will be hunky-dory. But that is lost to epic proportions. So it was Soto and a 4, so that'll be a par for him. So, whew. Yeah, a little too much wine for Mateo Soto, that's correct. All right, so what are we doing here? We are going to 16 with Van Dyke, who is 3 behind. I mean, this thing looks like it could be a cakewalk for Yun Lee Song, a Korean winner of the Masters, potentially. Let's see if he can do it here. Van Dyke, can he close the gap? Course control 15. All right, golf cam course with a 6 on the par 3, and it is daunting. It is daunting. It's going to be a double difficult putt for par. And Tell you what, he doesn't have any blue chips. He is going to have to lag and take his easy bogey putt. And he just curls it in the edge for the bogey. But that's a four that he did not need after going four in a row birdies. Now he is dropped to -5, and the pressure is going to be off Young Lee Song here on the stretch in. Par for Aberley. All right, we're going to go back to 15. And it will be Myung Cho on this par 5. Double sixes. Well, he's got 2 chips. He's going to attack the green. He could earn a blue chip and take a clutch putt for par, but he is going to attack. So this is the attack the green chart for the par 5s. He is a semi-master, and the dot is showing if he could get a 5 roll here, he could end up with an easy birdie putt. So let's see. It's a 2. So that gives him a difficult birdie putt. Now he's got 2 blue chips. He's going to use them both. That will take him to an easy birdie putt. He needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. So he will get to -6. That's 3 back. So still not. Lee Song is not in the clear completely yet. But Cho just spent all of his goodwill on that. So a 3 means it's going to be golfer controlled 3, 4, 5. Oh, and he's going to earn a red chip. It was struck thin. It's going to be the groan of the gallery. And we got to see how that plays out now. He could turn around here. Is he a hacker? No, with the 5 on the green die. So he gets some strong applause. So maybe a chance to come back and birdie this after all. And so we re-roll the white die. And it's a 2. He gets a moderate putt for birdie. Needs another 1 or a 2 here. Or needs another 2 or a 1. And he gets a 1, so there you go. He birdies. He'll keep that red chip. But Rodell gets into that grouping at -5. And so what they're really hoping for is some kind of a collapse for Lee Song here. And he is on fire right now, and he is at the 14th. 23 is going to be in the woods with his second shot. Can he get up and down? Two, is he a master? No. Well, he's going to have an easy putt for par. Barring the 6-6 miss, he will make his par, and he does. So no real difficulties there. Gareth Leonard still here playing, and he will there'll be course control 33, and so we check the golf cam related to the course. And a 4 on a par 4. Is it cordial? No. Daunting? No. So it's going to be a moderate putt for par. What did I have? What did Lee Song have? Let me just do this real quick. What did he roll over there, by the way? I'm trying to think, were those... I don't think he had any 6s. That should have been a moderate because of this exclamation mark. So it's a moderate putt for par for Leonard, and he makes that. But I don't think he had any... If he had a 6, then I would probably consider re-rolling, but I don't think he did. Okay, so Mackay Berry at -5, going to 13. This is a chance to possibly get back into this. So a 3 on the white die, no decider die. It's going to be 2-2-4, golfer controlled. It's what you want. 224. King or bomber? That's a yes. He's going to get a blue chip, and it's going to be the Gallery Cheers long. So now with a 2. Is he a champion? No, he is not. So he'll get polite applause. Re-roll the white die. It's a 4. He's going to drift his third shot. He's going to need a double difficult putt for birdie. Well, he could earn another blue chip if he makes it. He's going to try, and then he will improve his difficult putt for par if he misses. But you earn a blue chip if you make it. Needs a 1 and a dot here on a double difficult birdie putt. Oh, not even close. So his difficult par, he will make a moderate 1 to 5. Oh, and he misses that. So now an easy bogey, and Mackay Berry just flatlines on what should have been a birdie hole. And I would say he has pretty much knocked himself out of contention here. So now Justin Wallace, we're just going to do the old. Oh, there's a birdie for him. Okay. So Granbury has finished up. And then we're going to have Emmerich and Soto finishing up. Things should start picking up a little bit in pace here since we're getting to the end. Where is my 4th? Oh, there it is. Whew. I don't need all 4 of them anyway, but who's next? It's going to be Soto first here at the 18th. And it will be on a daunting hole. That's going to be a bogey for him. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So 37 on the back with a 38's a 75. Add that to, wait, who was that? Soto. So that's add it to 214. That's a 289 plus 1 final round. Now Dustin Emmerich. He will get a par. His back 9 plus 1 even plus 1. Let's just double check. Plus 1 even plus 1 even plus 1. 37. 74 for Emmerich. That's a 288 at even par. That's where he finishes. All right, we can clear these out now. All right, to the 17th. Van Dyke bogeyed, so it'll be Aberley. Semi-daunting birdie. For Aberley, he's 3 of 4. I mean, that's how it seems to go when you roll those. Okay, here's Van Dyke. -5. He really would. He needs a birdie here, just to try and keep it together. 36 is in the rough with his second shot, and so he's going to need some kind of up and down. Is he workman? No. So that will be a moderate putt for par. 1 to 5. Makes it. All right. So back to 16. And it will be Myung Cho. No blue chips. This is one. He's the one that's closest. He's 3 back. Can he find a way to birdie this hole? He'll control it with 1-4-5. Is he a hacker? No. So we go to his mood, and his mood is neutral. He had been stormy until Wyatt Sells got hurt. Then his TFN came off. So is he stormy? No. He's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. So 1 to 2. Can he get one dice roll here and make it interesting? He needs a 1 or a 2. And it's a 5. He misses it. So easy putt for par. He'll make that. He'll remain at -6. Carson Riddell. 244. He's not using that red chip yet. He's not utility, so we go to the right now chart, and he is neutral. Birdie and a bogey in the last 2 holes. So is he hot? No, he's not. He has a difficult putt for birdie. Well, he's going to go ahead and try to make this. He needs a 1 to 3. He needs a 1. It's a 2. So now that makes it a moderate putt for par. He'll make that. Thought about using the red chip to make him double difficult and then lagging it, but I thought that it would be better to try and give him the opportunity to make that putt. So now Yunli Song got to try to avoid issues here, and I think one thing he sees he's going to do is he's going to use a blue chip to take control of the hole. That should eliminate the danger of the water. 114 is a good roll. You like low rolls if you can get them. He's not gilded. Is he cold? No, he is semi-hot. So instead, he's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. He will take the moderate putt for birdie and roll it 1 or 2. 5, so he misses that. Now an easy putt for par. Basically, he's just trying. It's a 5-5. It's fine. He's just trying to coast in. Wants to avoid issues. Gareth Leonard. He'll have control. 3, 5, 6. Scatter or puny? No. Hero? No. Champion? No. Mood? Roll. And he is Stormy with a 3. This might check his Stormy, which would be bad for him. Par 5. Is he Stormy? Yes. Glum golfer overshoots the green, faces double difficult putt for par. Well, here's where we are. He needs a 1. He would get a blue chip if he makes it, and he would stay in the tournament. Oh. What a putt. That is a par for him. He's going to stay in contention. Barely. Okay. So Justin Wallace at the 14th. That is a neutral hole. And he birdies it. It's about the only way to birdie some of these holes is just to play him off the out of contention chart. Mackay Berry now. Course control 45 in the rough with his first. And a 3. Is it a workman? No. He'll have a moderate second putt for par. 1 to 5. Makes it. Okay. No changes that time. 1 second as I want to take these clips off the cards. I don't want to ruin. We're through the firm holes. And so I don't think it would ruin them, but just to be sure, I'm taking off the little clipped pieces of paper. All right, so Yunli Song is looking good for this, isn't he? I mean, barring some kind of a major collapse, which he seems to be managing his play well at this point. It'll be Rance Aberley here at the daunting 18th to be first to play, and he will make a bogey. So he is even minus 2. So that's going to be 34 on the back. That's a 71. 285. He'll end up at minus 3. Is that correct? I want to make sure. 1, even 1. Even 1, even minus 1, minus 2, minus 1. Yep, well, he ends at minus 3. So, I mean, that's what happens when you get some of these out of contention rolls. Now it's Van Dyke at the 18th, 35 course. Golf cam course with a 6 on the par 4. It's a daunting hole. He's going to need a clutch putt for par to remain at minus 5, and he is semi-rust. He needs a 1 or a 2. Boom! What a nice putt in the clutch to maintain his position there with Gil Granberry at minus 5. I'm going to double check his score here. 1, 2, 3. So 3 under on the back. It's a 33. It's a 69 altogether. That's Van Dyke, 283. That is minus 5. So a nice round there. 3 under par. Okay, we can get rid of these two fellas. All right. We are now to Rodell and Cho. Cho will be first to play at the 17th. 56 in the woods off the tee. Can he make a good play to get out of there? 5. Is he a master? Well, he's semi-master. Doesn't have the die in his favor, so it's going to be a difficult putt for par. 1 to 3. He's going to try and make it, and he does. So he'll hold his position at minus 6. Still trying to apply pressure. Carson Rodell is going to give the hole control here. And he's going to be in the woods as well. 56 with a 4. Is he workman? No. So he'll have a moderate putt for par. 1 to 5. And he makes it. All right. So, to the 16th with your leader, Lee Song, young Lee Song. He's got one more hole to navigate. He's going to go ahead. Well, he's going to use that blue chip to take control of this hole so he doesn't have a chance of hitting that water. 2, 4, 6. Is he champion? Yes, he is. Champion or dynamic? Yes. It's going to be an easy putt for birdie. 1 to 4. This would just about cap it off, I think. And it's in the hole. Sinks it. That's a 2 on 16. And it'll be his playing partner have to match it here. But man, let's do Leonard here first. That'll be course control. Or wait, what did I do? Oh, wait a second. Well, it was still a 1. What did I say? It was still a moderate putt for birdie. He went for it. It was a 1. He made it. So it doesn't matter because of this exclamation point. Still, it's good because it was a 1. So Gareth Leonard, 26. Guess what? In the drink with his first. In the drink. So, with a 4, is he a champion? He is not. He's going to have a moderate putt for bogey. Well, he might as well use that blue chip, right, to make it easy putt for bogey. So, that's a 4. And he was going off the chart anyway. But, all right, let's tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do this. we've got two guys finished up here. Martin Van Dyke, Gil Granberry at -5. We'll do that. Rodell still on the course. He's got 18 to play. But there we go. My target score for this was going to be -9. Yun Lee Song has done one better so far. He is blistering the competition here. So Mackay Berry at -4. He is on the edge of... Well, actually, it's going to be Justin Wallace first here at 15. The cordial hole. And he is going to par it. Mackay Berry, this was going to be his tournament. He thought he was going to come in here and storm it and win. He started out in the lead, and instead he has had a rough time. 1-2-4 on the par 5, his control. 1-2-4. Is he duffer? No. Hacker? No. Soft? No. He's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. He'll use his blue chip. That'll make it easy, and he makes it. So he's going to end up at -5 with Rodell and the two finishers, Granberry and Van Dyke. But Yun Lee Song at -10 is on the brink of his major championship, conquering Augusta. Just a couple more holes to go for him. And we're with Myung Cho at the 18th here at Augusta. And course control, that'll be 35. It's going to be in the fairway. And we'll see if he can navigate the latter portions of this. It is a daunting hole. Oh, and he's going to lose a shot here. He's going to fall into that grouping at -5. He has a clutch putt for bogey. So he needs a 1-3, and he gets it, but that will be a bogey for him to finish his round. And he will cost himself some dollars with that by dropping into that tie. He finishes at -5 along with Granberry and Van Dyke. Some nice company to be in, but he had hoped to have second salted away. Didn't really have any chips to use, though, and what started out as a day where he had 5 chips, he just didn't get enough for his money there. One even. So a 36 on the back of 71 total for 283 -5. And here's Rodell. Guess what? With a birdie here at 18, if he could sneak one in, he could take second place alone. And he'll have control on this hole. It'll be a 1-2-4. Maybe a chance. Maybe a glimmer of hope for Rodell. Duffer, no. Firm green, no. So it's going to be golf cam green, but it is challenging. But let's see. Sometimes you don't hit the challenging check. So a 1. Is it challenging? It is. So, yeah, it's going to be a double difficult putt for par. He might drop out. He's got to make it. He needs a 1. Misses. So that was a double difficult putt for par. Here's a difficult putt for bogey. You see that? 6. Moderate for double, and he doubles the final hole. So that's not going to sit too well with him. Plus, -1, even, -1, +1. 37, 73. And that was Rodell. It's going to be a 286 for a -2. That can't be right. I must have missed something somewhere. Plus, even. Wait. Yeah, plus, even. -1 plus, -1, even, +1. I guess I didn't move him somewhere, so he's actually back here at -3. Or -2, I mean. Never. It's okay. No big deal. It's tough to keep up with all these changes on the leaderboard. All right, so at 17, Yun Lee Song past the water holes, just looking to keep it between the ditches. Course control 13. He's in the sand with his second as long as he doesn't make a mockery of this. Bunker, second shot 5. Is he sandy? No, he's not. So he's going to have a difficult putt for par. 1 to 3. It's in the hole. He'll par that one. Gareth Leonard off the chart. Semi-daunting, and that's a 4. That'll be a par for him. So Mackay Berry, the last guy on the course who could possibly grab a birdie to try and get to -6. I'm going to double check his score here. So he started the day at -7, -6, -5, -6, -5, -4, -5. Yes. Here we go. Par 3. The course will control 36. Oh, and he just avoids the water. Good on him, but he is in the woods. A 2 out of the woods with his first shot. Is he a master? No, he's not. It's going to leave a moderate putt for par with the exclamation mark. Oh, and he misses it. Easy bogey putt. He's going to drop to -4. And the youngster has had a rough go of it today. This course has pretty much shivved everybody except Yun Lee Song and maybe Martin Van Dyke. So we're at the 18th. Your leader, Yun Lee Song, looking to close it out. Can he keep it down the fairway and get her home? He'll have control. 2, 4, 5. He has gotten pretty much all the rolls he's needed today. 2, 4, 5. Is he a legend? Semi-legend with a dot. Yes, he's going to get a blue chip, which could help maybe get him a birdie here. Let's see. So, gallery cheers with a 4. Is he utility? He is not. Moderate putt for birdie. He's not going to leave that blue chip there. 1 to 4, easy putt. Actually, no. Moderate goes to difficult. He's going to use it to get to moderate. 1 to 2. He misses it. So it's going to be an easy putt for par. Your champion at -10. He makes the putt. That is a 4. He is 2 under, 34 on the back. Altogether a 66. Total that up. That is a 278 for a -10. He is going to be your winner. There is nobody who can catch him. Yun Lee Song, the champion here today. Now, the trouble is you got to leave these other guys to finish up. Gareth Leonard, daunting hole 6 is going to be a bogey for him. He's had a tough back 9. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. A 40 on the back. That's a 75 after going -1 on the front. That was Gareth Leonard. That's going to be a 287. He's at -1. So a rough day for him. We'll leave Yun Lee Song right there. And we're going to go back to 17 for Wallace and Berry. Berry is not on the tee. It's going to be Wallace. Quick roll for him. Semi-daunting with a 1 is going to be a par because the die is not showing. And actually, I don't think I rolled Wallace on 16. Let's do that real quick. That is a... What is that? Is that a daunting hole? Yeah, regular daunting. We'll just... Actually, what we will do is we will say that's the par, and we will roll here for him. That'll be another par. All right, so Mackay Berry. hole controls at 34. It'll be in the weeds, not the woods, the weeds. And a 1. Let's see, what is that? 34 weeds off the tee. 1. Is he a workman? No. Well, he'll get a blue chip and a wow roll. So the wow roll, I'll show you in the book here. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. If he could get a 1 and then another 1. Here, let's just roll them both at the same time. 2 1s would equal a... The white will be the first one. The green would be to augment it. Nope, it's a 3. So that will be an easy putt for birdie. He's going to hold on to that blue chip. He's going to use it. This might be his best chance at a birdie. Easy putt for birdie. It's going to turn to a gimme. And there's his 2 1s that he needed. All right, so he birdies, and he gets up into that -5 grouping. And now we go to 18. Last group of the day. Can Mackay Berry get second place outright? He'll be the first to play here. Actually, let's play Wallace just for giggles. Daunting hole. That's a par. So what did he get here? +2, minus... No. +1, +2, +1. So 37 on the back. 39 is a 76. Wallace and 287 -1. So Mackay Berry hung in there all right today. Just couldn't get the rolls. He needed to stay up on top. 14 course, Golf Cam course. 3 on a par 4. Is it cordial? No. Is it daunting? Yes. Well, he gets a clutch putt for bogey. 1 to 5. And he'll make it. The blue chip just stays forever in lore. And that is it from Augusta. The Champions course has done a lot of damage, but not to Yun Lee Song. A -6 round. He is your major winner today. He has conquered he's conquered Amen Corner. He's conquered the competition, and he is now a major champion. Let's do Barry's score here. Plus, even, +2, even, +1, +2. 38 on the back for Mackay Berry. 75 final round. That's unfortunate, but that's all too common. 284 -4. All right. But Yun Lee Song, -10. The victor. And let's put her down here. 1, Yun Lee Song. Tourney total, 278. He is the winner. So that was eventful. I mean, your second place guys are all going to be at -5, and then I don't know. I'll have to see how the rest of the troop comes in. Actually, what I could do is I could look here at... I'll tell you what kind of factor I'm going to need to use. So we had this score, over 277. A B+ is 283 plus McAdams' tournament rating. That would be 284. That'd be -4. I'll probably add a fudge factor of 1 because I would like McAdams to maybe be -3. So he'll finish in the top 10, but yeah, that's that. So the Korean, Yun Lee Song, with a stellar bogey-free 66 here at Augusta, is your winner. So long second part, but we got it in. I wanted to be done with it. Say woohoo. This is woohoo. This game is so much fun, especially when you see a golfer go on that kind of a streak. I mean, he just birdie, 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 birdie there for a while, and Van Dyke did that too. I thought maybe he would stick around, but Lee Song just powered through navigated the back nine very well. That's what you got to do to win at Augusta. And I would take you to Butler Cabin for the green jacket ceremony. But actually, what we would use is um, say a lime green jacket. Should be a red jacket for tenacity. You know, it's like we're gonna we're gonna stomp somebody. No, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know this is a long video. I hope it was entertaining. I know that it was a blowout in a way, but you can't really predict that. If I had my druthers, I'd love it to be exciting, an exciting finish. We've had some, this is our 7th tournament. We've had some playoffs. We've had some tight rounds. We've had a couple that are like this, and I think the last one at Innisbrook, the Copperhead at at the Rattlesnake, quote unquote Rattlesnake. I think that was also a bit of a blowout. But thank you, Mark. I'm glad you stuck in there. Al, thank you. And so we appreciate you guys supporting the channel. My hope is going forward, I'd like to do some tutorials. I guess I need to really prepare for them, because the last time I did tutorials, I got flack for like not being prepared enough for something, and it kind of discouraged me. And so, I mean, I guess I understand, but so be it. I mean, not many other people are doing it, so if you can do it better, I would welcome you to help others as well. But it really can be discouraging and help keep others from learning when you're gonna. I mean, it's okay to like correct somebody. That's not a big deal. But if you're gonna like give them a bunch of grief for this or that or the other, then, and a lot of times what the problem is that something comes to mind and you talk about it. You didn't have a chance to prepare for it, and maybe you're better off just not even speaking about it. But in that case, I got blasted a little bit, and so I stopped doing it. But I don't really want to do that, because that doesn't help teach people how to play these games. And that's not to say that I know everything about these games. You know, that's absolutely the case. But all right, I'm closing this down. Thanks for being a supporter of the channel. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Tabletop Baseball Plus. If you like the video, please like. Have a great day. Have a great Saturday. If you got football coming on, enjoy that. Enjoy playing some tabletop games, and see you next time. Congratulations to Yun Lee Song, the winner here at Augusta. The tradition unlike any other, the Masterful.